Hi everyone and welcome to Tabata. Yes, a play on the words of resistance bands and Tabata today. It's a resistance band Tabata style workout. Please make sure you warm up before all of our videos. 2 to 5 minutes is recommended and include some sort of aerobic, rotation and static type stretches. And obviously today's workout is going to require you to have a resistance band. If you're ready, let's begin. So, feet on top of the band, make sure the band's nice and even on either side. And we're going to be doing a side raise and then moving to the front and lowering. And then we're going to repeat that movement. So up to the side, to the middle and down. And then from the middle, go back out to the outside and lower down. Very important, guys. Feet square, knees soft, hips slightly hinged, abs tight, head up, chest up. Okay, let's keep ourselves standing that way that we want to look. Okay, guys? We don't want to be slumped or bad posture while we're doing any of these exercises. Make sure that band has got equal resistance on either side so you're not getting pulled more one side than the other. Second round, straight away, you'll notice slightly extended rounds of 30 seconds by 10 seconds rest for this one, and you should be able to get at least 10 reps in. Up to the front, to the side, and lower, and then to the side, and returning to the front. Keep that level the same the whole time. Lift it up to shoulder level, take it out, then lifting up to the side, and take it back to the center. Core tight, and feel those shoulders working. Resistance band can be good for workouts where maybe you're recovering from an injury, or perhaps you're on holiday and you don't have a lot of space to carry equipment. Resistance bands are something easy you can take with you wherever you go. Round 3, and I'll give you a slightly different angle so you can see this exercise from a different perspective. Notice my elbows are soft, okay? My arms are not locked, and I'm leading up with my wrists, okay? So it's not my knuckles that lead, but my wrists. Make sure you keep your wrist nice and straight and keeping that exercise firmly in the shoulder and not in your wrists, okay? Keep those feet square, keep that core tight, and rest. Okay, give those arms a little shake, get the blood circulating again. And we are going for our next exercise. We're going for a curl and an outside curl, okay? One to the front and then one to the side. Little variation on our curl technique here. You can, of course, if you feel your resistance band is not giving you enough resistance, and by the way, you should always feel resistance from the band from even the lowered position. So at the bottom, there should be some light resistance. If it's going all loose, then you want to make sure that you grab a little bit more of the band, wrap it around your hand a little bit so you can increase that resistance on each of the movements. There's no point doing it if you're not feeling it, okay? Pump those hands, get the blood circulating again. Always helps with my circulation, that. Okay, to the outside position and front curling from the middle. Excuse me, I am suffering for a little bit of a cold and cough. This workout was shot about 2 weeks before, so I don't recommend exercising if you're not feeling too great, okay? Excuse me, that's better. So yeah, I don't recommend exercising while you're not feeling great, or you've got any kind of infection or flus or anything like that, because it can circulate the illness a bit around your body and you don't want it getting any worse. So yeah, do get well before you work out, okay? I've taken a couple of days off and I feel much better for it, giving the old central nervous system and everything a little bit of time to feel better and feel healthy again before I start pushing my body again. All right, so as you can see, feet square, curling to the outside and curling to the front. Front curl and then an outside curl, hitting that bicep from various different angles. Always good to try exercises slightly different ways. Okay, don't be too creative and get some expert opinion if you're not sure of how an exercise should be. Okay guys, so you can see hopefully here I'm actually grabbing the bands now and I'm wrapping them around my hands to increase the resistance, because I'm going to be doing a bent over row, and of course in a bent over row you can tend to pull a lot more weight. So to increase that poundage resistance, you're going to wrap those bands around your hand and you're in a bent over position slightly beyond 45 degrees, and we're pulling that elbow up and pulling that hand slightly back towards the hip and feeling those lats working, that upper back working in this exercise. If nothing else, this kind of workout is going to pump some blood into those muscles and help you with some of that recovery from perhaps your gym training workouts or body weight workouts. This will help to get that blood pumping around those muscles, get the lactic acid moving. So you can see there, guys, nice straight line, head up, sticking the glutes out, knees soft, feet square, and pulling that band up, and the elbows are going right past the body. So my hands are coming right up to my hips and pausing for a second at the top of the movement and then lowering back down. And notice that the elbow doesn't lock fully at the bottom, okay? We want to keep those elbows mildly soft at the bottom. You can see the tricep and bicep working there. But this is mainly for your upper back, this exercise. Alrighty, okay, another angle for you. So you see, sticking those glutes out, sticking the chest ahead of the shoulders. Very important that, guys. Chest ahead of shoulders. So you're retracting the shoulders back, pulling the shoulders right back, keeping your head up, pushing the chest forward, and then pulling the elbow up as high as you can, okay? If you imagine that your hands are just hooks, and what you're really pulling with is your elbow and pulling that right up and using your upper back for the squeeze. Excuse me, okay? One of the worst things about doing these videos with timing is that it's really difficult to edit if you're using a timer, okay? Because you have to try and reset those timers each time. So I'm just going to cough a little bit through this one, I'm afraid. Feet square, knees soft. Reminder again, back straight, pull up, pause, and then lower. If you are doing a timed workout, I do recommend maybe counting your reps as well. Let the timer do its job to keep you in time. And allow yourself to count your reps, so to see if you can improve on those reps each time. But obviously each rep must be quality. There's no point doing really, really fast and cheating or bending your back or anything. Make sure every rep is nice and clean. Okay, go ahead and drop that resistance band. We're going to hit the floor now. As you can see, we've got a mat down there. If you've not got a soft floor, guys, get yourself a pillow or something, and we're going to be hitting ourselves a side plank with reach, okay? Some people call it a T-plank. I call it T-plank when you're on your hand, but we got a sort of modified T-plank. I've got my toe up against the heel of my front foot, and that's going to allow me to have a little bit wider base for the balance, and my hand to my elbow is supporting my weight. So my elbow of my lower arm is just slightly behind my body. Excuse me. Change sides, other side for this one. Sorry to turn my back on you guys. So you'll see the toe to heel connection there. Body in a straight line, lifting up and then reaching up. And one tip here is to look at the hand that you're extending and look up at the palm. And I always find that helps me balance a little bit better. My elbow is slightly back, and you can see my shoulder and tricep engaged there. My upper back is holding me up, and I'm working my core at the same time. So a lot of stuff happens in any plank exercise. So I do recommend doing planks, but definitely variations, okay? Don't just stick to the basic one. Vary what you're doing, add some movement, add side planks, add some reaches in there, stuff that's going to keep it a bit of variety in your workouts. Toe to heel, other side. And let's do it again. Up to the side, up that arm goes, and looking up at that palm. Keeping the body in a nice straight line. You can see my chest engaged a little bit. So there's so many different muscles working at the same time during this kind of exercise. Toe to heel, body in a dead straight line. And looking up at that palm and holding that nice modified T position. Straight line, top of the head all the way down to my ankles in a nice straight line. All right, reverse it again, other side. Toe to heel. We're getting near the end of the workout now, guys. Hopefully you've kept going all the way through. And there it is, toe to heel, hand up. Straight line. If you need to adjust slightly, if it's slightly off, do so. That's what I just did. No point doing the exercise if you're not doing it correctly. Okay, so we want to do it right. We don't want to put too much weight on that elbow. We don't want to cause any sort of nerve damage or damage to the elbow. So make sure that elbow is slightly back of the body so that you're creating a nice crucifix position. Elbow, hand, and foot as the 3 points that are holding you up. All right, guys, we're going to do one more. We're going to go back to the other side again. Should be starting to get challenging now. You know, when you really think about it. Excuse me. Doing it this way, we're doing 30 seconds on each side. And if you've done 3 sets, that's a total of almost 3 minutes of side plank. But it's a lot more interesting doing it this way than it would be just holding 3 minutes of side plank. God, imagine that. Well, let's not. Anyway, toe to heel, body in straight line, hand up to the side. Notice the shoulders are in line, holding that position and holding that right through the full 30 seconds. Doing great, guys. Switching sides, toe to heel. Other side, here we go. And toe to heel. Get that elbow back and lift it up, and up that hand goes. Nice straight line. Okay, I think I may have done a couple of extra rounds on this one for you, but always that little extra. And yeah, I was getting a little fly problem, okay? So a little scratch on my leg there, okay? Just showing how strong my core is, because didn't even have to come out of the plank position to get rid of it. Anyway, body in straight line, toe to heel. Good, guys. You've done fantastic. If you followed all the way along, please make sure to like, subscribe, and of course comment. You know, we really like doing these videos, guys. We like to hear your feedback. We like to hear what you enjoy, and please give us a thumbs up so you tell us which ones you like. I also want to do a quick shout out to the NNFitnessChannel. That's our other YouTube channel. Please make sure to find us, NNFitnessChannel, or hashtag NNFitnessChannel. You can find us over there for more workouts and tips. Thanks, guys.